morning, and welcome to a Merry Christmas Winnipeg. Okay, now, I don't know if you're looking at the screen or not, but we might be getting a really nice sunrise this morning. And if we do, I'm going to stick it at the end of today's episode. It's not going to happen yet for probably another 20 minutes or so. At least that's when it's going to break the horizon. But right now it's kind of rosy over there. So there's, as long as it doesn't get too cloudy, we're going to have a nice sunrise. Unfortunately, our nice sunrise did not happen. Yeah, you can probably notice that it's fading as I'm doing my opening remarks here. Well, at least it gave us hope. And that's a good thing. Anyway, enough about the sunrise. I want to finish up step 9 today. We don't have too far to go. Step 9 will take us right up to about here. There's a couple of little, M27s that we have to put right there. Now, speaking of M27s, you remember one got lost on the floor? Well, it's still lost on the floor. I think I know approximately where it is, but in order to get it, I've got to go down to my workshop, I've got to get my knee pads and put my knee pads on. I have to crawl on my hands and knees under the table with my spotlight and look around. I think that it rolled its way off of the plywood, and it's probably right about here, only under the table. Now, you remember I was talking about all the extra pieces that we had off of the Rodney, and I was thinking that I think that possibly this one here or this one here might be able to, we might be able to turn it down. I think it was Photo Etch Bender Andy, I'm not sure, made the comment about you get your parts turned down or something like that, I think. Anyway, I was thinking, yeah, why don't I just try and turn that down? Like the real 27, it's not like a mushroom vent. It's actually a type of a windlass, as best I know. So I was thinking that we could put it in an electric drill and use an electric drill as a lathe chuck, and then very, very carefully see if we can't. It'd be kind of fun. I could stick the macro lens on and just get right in there, and you could see the disaster happen right up close. Okay, we do have a kind of a rollback. Now, it's not really a model-related rollback, but it's what I was talking about yesterday that was going to happen yesterday afternoon, and it did happen. I get my phrasing all convoluted sometimes. Okay, why don't we just roll back and see what happened yesterday afternoon, and then we'll continue on here. Okay, this is what happened. Yesterday afternoon my son did come over, and we got a lot of snow cleared. I got a pathway cut through to my neighbor's door, and my son did a lot of shoveling where the snowblower would not go. And afterwards I phoned up my neighbor that had needed a place to park for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and let them know that they could park behind my car now if they wanted. And I mentioned, you're probably wondering, how is it that I can be out there with a snowblower when I can hardly walk? And then I explained that I find the snowblower actually acts like a powered walker. And she said that she knew somebody who had said this exact same thing. Somebody else who has a problem getting around. Yeah, it's sort of it's a strange thing. Now you know what is going to happen, right? There's going to be a flood of snowblowers being delivered to old folks' homes. Anyway, I went out and I tried to do something about the bird feeder, and I found out that the bird feeder has frozen up. That column of seeds, it's solid. I guess it got a lot of moisture in there, and then, well, we're going to have to wait till spring now. Either that or I'm going to have to bring it in and thaw it out. I'll think of something, maybe. Well, maybe spring will come. In the meantime, I feel bad for the little birds. Now, when I was out there, I saw something that you might say was a little bit disconcerting. Or perhaps I should say it's what I didn't see that was disconcerting. I didn't see any rabbit tracks, and I had made a point of looking. Okay, I have my stronger glasses on now, and I can see that these 27s, they are actually not a pulley. This flange that's running around the center, all the way around the middle, I thought the way I was looking at it, I thought that it went in and not out. So what I was thinking is, if I was to take, say, this G2 here from the Rodney, and sort of remove. It'd be nicer if it was a little deeper, if you know what I mean. But if I was to turn it down just on the top side and the bottom side, and leave the ridge if that's possible, and then maybe touch it up with extra thin or something to remove the burrs. It might be kind of fun. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these here, and I'm going to remove the paint, and that way I'll be able to see better exactly how it looks. And I'll remove the paint on this one too. So yeah, we'll have both these. You know what? This might actually work out okay. It's there's a lot of area there to grab onto with the chuck. I think the electric drill chuck should do it, or maybe the small Tamiya drill might work better. And then we should be able to turn this down so it kind of will look like it. And as far as the little tiny peg that's on the bottom that you see there, well, I'm not going to try and replicate that. I think what I'll do is I'll just cut this off flush, and then we'll just glue it down in the deck just on the right place. It won't be. I'll just have to be extra careful, so you know how that's going to go, right? Okay, we'll get at that later. In the meantime, I'm going to get this stuff soaking in Windex and remove the paint. Now, I think this number 56 should come off okay. It's a little bit different from the 66 here. Okay, enough chatter. Okay, what I've got going on here is the Windex, and it's just in a plastic cap, and we're moved in about as close as we can get here. And this is the piece from the Rodney, and this is the genuine one. Now, our Rodney piece has floated away. Let's try and get it back here. I think surface tension is sort of keeping it on the top. There we go. It's kind of, it must be a little bit hollow, and that's why it doesn't want to. Anyway, yeah, it's I was kind of worried that maybe that 56, being as it was a little bit on the you might say enamel side. Well, it wasn't enamel. Anyway, look at the how quickly the Windex removes the XF paint. Oh, don't move this out of view now, Ron. Okay, we'll just let those soak. We'll just let those soak. I think I poked at them enough. Okay, we got our little parts here. They are, you might say, pristine. However, is this chuck gonna cooperate? See, I gotta try and grab a hold of this. I haven't tried it yet, so I don't know. Oh, wrong way. Murphy's Law. Okay, now is that going to turn true? Yeah, I think I should be able to turn the outside down to the middle, just scrape it sort of, and then turn it around in the chuck and then get the other side. Because I can't get on the jaw side because I'm going to be catching on the jaws. So, all right, let's see if we can get our macro lens on here and try and get it so it's going to look like this. Good luck, Ron. Good luck. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Now, this electric drill is not going to stay running all by itself, and we're just going to use this block of wood as a steady rest. So I only get to hold my chisel with one hand, and I'm so used to using my scraper down in the workshop with two hands. Now, what I want to do here is be able to bring this blade in, and just sort of pare it down, and I'm just going to scrape on it. I don't want to be cutting too high up on this, like it turns this way, right? And if you have your cutter too high up, it'll dig in and you'll get a catch. So it's almost safer to have it almost on the underside. Those of you who are pen turners will know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, now did we make a little ridge there? Where's my brush? Not really. Maybe I should come in at more of an angle like this and sort of get it pointed in. Is that corner rounded? No, not really. Okay, here we go again. Yeah, that's some better. Okay, now I don't know if I dare try to go a little deeper or not. Okay, let's see if we can now turn this around and grab it, that end that I just turned down, grab it in the jaws of the chuck, and then come in the other direction. At least that's the plan. I'm going to have to do that off camera. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Let's just give it a whirl here. Sorry about getting my, whoops, I dropped it. But at least it didn't land on the floor. Okay. This may not work here. I'm getting my hand badly in your light, aren't I? No, it's wanting to... Maybe if I grabbed it with the tweezers. No. Okay, the only other thing I can do is maybe put it back in, and maybe with my number 11 blade, okay, is that going to be true now? Okay, now maybe if I was to bring my number 11 blade in, just to make it look like it's something different. At least that's the plan. Now where's my number 11 blade? Okay, it's a good thing I've got a stop button on that camera. Here's what I've done. I have deliberately broken the tip off of the blade to make a very, very narrow scraper. And the idea is I'm going to have to grab hold of this thing here and try and get it just right. Here we go. Now, did we make it so it looks like it's got a little ridge? Yeah, we kind of did, didn't we? We kind of did. I don't know if I can improve on that or not. Can I? If I can maybe go in just a little closer to the jaws without it catching and breaking the blade. Well, gotta make that a little bit more defined somehow if I can here. Just a little bit. Now let's try not to lose our maybe if I was to turn it this way. Was it better that way or worse? You know what? Let's quit before I accidentally remove the ridge altogether there. It's let me see what it looks like on the monitor. And it's pretty rough, isn't it? But it does, just see if I can, okay. I think I improved on it a little bit, but like I say, let's quit while we're ahead and cut that bottom peg off so that we can get it to mount down flush on the deck. But we are going to have to paint it, the 66. Now it's probably about 5 minutes ago or so I painted these. I've just cleaned out my brush, and don't go poking them with your broken blade here because they will mark. Okay, when I was painting those, I was appreciating the delicate work that Gabe did on those little 1/200 scale figures. Yeah, when he's planning on coming over actually, and I'm going to ask him how did he, you know, hold those things? Like, do you hold them in your fingers or what? Maybe if he comes over, he'd be willing to go on camera and explain how he did some of this really delicate work. Yeah, we'll see what happens. On the other hand, maybe he's camera shy. Who knows? Yeah, well, I used to be camera shy. You get used to it. You know, when I'm looking at the camera, I'm not looking at a camera. I'm looking at a viewer. Okay. A lot has happened here this morning. And I have kind of gotten myself behind. Now, we have worked our way right to the very back. Oh, and by the way, I took the advice of those viewers who were talking about scraping the sides off of these platforms that hold the bollards, and it did go in easier, you know. But I kind of knew that. I just wasn't doing it. There's a lot of stuff I do know better, and I don't do what I should do. Okay, let's get this out of the way here. I want to rest my arm down. So we need a couple of 27s here. These are the ones that we turned the copy of. So we need there. And there. Okay, now we need 1, 2, 3, 4. We must need more somewhere. And anyway, I'm pretty sure I didn't miss any. I'm on the step 9. Anyway, they go right in here. I'll put the macro lens on and we'll try and get them in place. Okay, now for perspective here, folks. That's perspective number 1. And thanks to Gabe, we have perspective number 2. There were probably 3, maybe 4 viewers said something to the effect of, why don't you make a turkey pizza for Pizza Day? Well, because Pizza Day falls on Christmas, well, turkey and Christmas, they sort of go together. Anyway, I did. So what I've got here is a bunch of chopped up turkey, and then on the left-hand side is pepperoni. That dish of white stuff, that's actually onions, chopped onions. Then I've got mozzarella cheese, pizza sauce, sliced mushrooms, and sliced olives. Now up in the upper right-hand corner is already pre-baked piece of flatbread. And now normally what I do is I will have my oven set at around 400, 425 whenever I do a pizza. But being as that this one is so thick, I thought I'd better cook it a little bit longer, or bake it a little bit longer, and have the temperature a little lower. So I did 350 for about 40 minutes. And I think it's going to be all right. We won't know until I actually try it. So, but I'm sure it's going to be just fine. Most of the ingredients was already cooked, like the turkey and so on, and the pizza dough and what have you. So it should be all done. I don't think there's going to be anything raw in it. Okay, enough chatter. Now, my mother said, "Don't talk with your mouth full, Ronnie." Okay, we are late today. I got to do the final edit. We've got enough pizza left for at least 7 more pizza days. Oh, this tastes so good. I don't know. I might have to have 2 pieces. Well, today's Christmas Day, right? I might have to have 2 pieces. We'll see what happens. And I've still got the piece left in the freezer from 8 weeks ago. Okay. Once again, we did not get it done what I had planned on doing, and I even plugged in the air hose first thing this morning. I thought maybe we'll try out that new airbrush. It never goes as planned. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody, and Merry Christmas to y'all. See you tomorrow.